Welcome back to Out of My Head on YouTube, where today we're going to talk about torture.
But you didn't watch the debate.
Because I'm not for torturing myself. At least not in that context.
Were you winking at me or the camera?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I just know there's ways people could take that inappropriate. Don't even know what I meant. I just thought it'd be funny.
All right, so yes, I did watch the debate. There was vodka involved. But I got through the whole thing.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Strong-willed man.
You know, for me, it's all about the Andrew Yang, and he...
Okay, so watching the highlights,
Uh-huh.
he didn't get to talk much, did he?
I think he had 7 minutes total talk time in the 2 hours or whatever
And none
it
of
was.
the highlights desired to show anything about him because they
Of
don't
course
like him.
not.
Yeah, Cap.
Of course not.
The good old Ron Paul story.
But he had put out a commercial. He just did a big ad buy recently, and the commercial he put out was super generic. I mean, you could have taken his name out of it, plopped in some other candidate's name, it would have played just fine, which, you know, a lot of people thought, that's not really his strength. He's not going to win that way. And last night, in the very few, opportunities when he did get to speak, he went full sci-fi. Like he invoked, in his opening statement, he invoked an AI arms race with China that we are losing because China is investing so much more and they have so much better access to data.
And because they steal everything we make.
Well, these days, a lot of machine learning algorithms are driven by, pouring lots of data through them. And here in the West, particularly in Europe, we have data protection, and less so in the US, but they have nothing, no sort of data protection, for individuals in China, which means, and also the Chinese military has dibs on any new technology that any Chinese company makes.
Yep. As is typical of communism, the
Yeah.
government owns everything, including all of your data.
Right. Well, and, having lots of data like that is good for training AI.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, we couldn't really do a video about Andrew Yang on the...
So I haven't seen anything about Andrew Yang because I
you
didn't
haven't
watch
seen
the
it?
full thing. I watched
Yep.
highlights, I searched, KMO sent me some videos.
Well, I know you like Tulsi, so I sent you the dust-up between Kamala Harris and Tulsi Gabbard.
So I didn't click on that video, but I'm pretty sure the other ones I clicked on showed me it.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala is just so bad.
She is.
She's just
really
so
bad.
bad. Like, there's a name for it, but are you familiar with the theory of when there's a group of girls and one's prettier than the other ones, they stand out and look even better? Like if you have a group of 5 girls and there's 4 of them that are 4s and one's a 7, that 7's gonna look like a 9.
I hadn't heard it put just that way, but it makes sense.
I stole it from a movie, and
Okay.
they have a name for it or whatever. Anyways, I don't know if I like Tulsi or if it's just that happening.
Oh, yeah.
Not her physical attractiveness, her policies, of course.
She's all right to look at.
That doesn't hurt, but I was talking. Yeah, Tulsi seems heads and tails above everyone else up there. She made a good point in her opening statement. I think it was about the Democratic Party becoming not the party of the people, but the party of something, and the military-industrial complex. It's like, that's true.
Yep.
Democrats, especially the ones that have been in power for my lifetime, have really turned into war hawks.
Yep, but, throw in the right PC buzzwords and it's all good.
She did do a little bit of that too.
Tulsi?
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
she had to, with the way they phrased it. One question they asked her about white supremacy and terrorism. And she's just, yeah, racial inequality is a problem, blah, blah, blah. But she was smart and not catering to stupid people, actually trying to do and accomplish stuff. So she turned that question into prison reform and ending the war on drugs, which are good things as a conservative. Good things.
Yes, war on drugs is the ultimate big government program. Well, maybe the ultimate would be the military, but arguably
That's
the military
in the Constitution.
Yeah.
So
Drug war is definitely not.
Drug war is just an ineffective waste of time.
Well, it depends what you think the goal is. If the goal is to secure a lot of resources for your projects, it's been an enormous success. Yeah.
For me, it's been a waste of time.
For me, it's been much worse than that. I think it's been a...
Yeah, because you like the marijuana.
The marijuana, I do. But you know what,
But you're privileged, so the drug world's not about you, according to Pete Buttigieg.
It was about me when I was young and had long hair.
Did you ever actually get in trouble for marijuana? Like, I was born in 98, so we've been pretty, as a society, not anti-marijuana in my lifetime. So I don't know anyone who's actually gotten in trouble for just possession of marijuana.
No, my troubles usually involved alcohol and the police.
Alcohol's a lot more dangerous when it comes to doing illegal things because your mind is altered.
Well...
But that's also your fault.
Yeah, marijuana alters your mind as well. It just doesn't inhibit your judgment the way that alcohol does. That's a far cry from the debates. What are we talking about?
Oh, no, that came up too.
Okay.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg, no, Cory Booker said that to Joe Biden. And then he said something like, I heard you say you didn't want to legalize marijuana, and I had to ask myself if you were high when you said that.
Was he talking to Booker?
No, Booker said that to Biden.
Oh, to Biden. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Biden is definitely the one drug war hawk on that stage.
And then he claims, oh no, I want to decriminalize it. I don't need people going to jail for it. I want to expunge all the records, blah, blah, blah. Same thing everyone else has been saying for a long time, but no one's actually going to do because who accomplishes anything these days? Besides Donald Trump, but he's kind of anti-alcohol and drugs.
I don't think that he's anti-alcohol and drugs for other people. He just doesn't do them himself.
He lost a brother or something to alcoholism, or someone in his family. I don't remember. There's a Fox News. He talked all about it, why he doesn't do it, and you can tell from his policies and stuff. He is pretty anti-drug. Like he's not. I don't think he's for legalizing marijuana. I don't know if he's for arresting people for it, but as far as I know, definitely not for legalizing it. I mean, he's not. He never sent the DOJ to bust the legal drug dispensaries in states where it's legal, but still illegal federally. So like he's not like anti against it because he did have the power to do that. But anyways,
yeah, I was a little nervous when he picked Jeff Sessions as his what was that position? Attorney General? Yeah.
I don't need to. This is about the dumb debates. I don't need to get into Swamp Monster Jeff Sessions.
What does that mean, Swamp Monster?
He's part of the swamp.
The swamp, okay. The DC swamp.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
As is most of the people on the stage yesterday. Minus a few. Who most I can't think of because they're all bad and I hate them all. Except for Tulsi, she's okay. Yang's fine too. I don't hate him. Some of his following base, on the other hand. One thing came up, Tulsi Gabbard and Pete Buttigieg. I'm not going to pronounce his name right ever because it's...
Buttigieg.
Sure. They're talking about being both in the military, and he says something about... He starts questioning her judgment. You watched the video you sent me, so you've seen this, right?
I watched the whole debate.
Okay, so he starts questioning her judgment on if she can be commander-in-chief and says something along the lines of her meeting with a foreign leader who was a terrible dictator.
It was Assad.
I don't even know who it was. It Syria? One of those matters. Okay. And he says it like it's a bad thing. And then she starts saying JFK, Ronald Reagan, Roosevelt meeting with terrible dictator. He brings up Trump and Kim Jong-un, which, as far as I know, has not worked out negatively so far. But that's beside the point. I agree with what Tulsi said in response. He doesn't have the cojones to meet with someone he should be meeting with as commander-in-chief. That is diplomacy. You got to meet with these people, especially the bad ones.
She didn't actually say cojones.
No, she meant it though.
Okay.
She didn't say cojones, but she meant it. She basically called. I would have. But I mean, do you agree with me on that? That as commander-in-chief of the U.S. military, who is unfortunately the world's policeman, sometimes you have to meet with bad people?
I think it's never productive to say, I'm not talking. I won't talk. There's nothing to discuss.
Good. We're on the same page. I mean, meeting with people we're friends with it's a good, but it's far less important than people who are trying to destroy the world or hate us, want to destroy our entire civilization, or are just terrible people killing and doing whatever they want in their country because they're dictators. I don't know much about Assad. Is that what you said? I don't know much about him. So I'm not going to say anything about the specifics of that situation. But meeting with foreign powers, whether or not you like them, is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's yeah. Another topic. You watched the debates, come on.
Oh, gosh, the debates. Well, hey, actually, there's a tweet I want to read. It's a pretty funny one. This is somebody sent last night during the debates. And, Yang is talking about information technology and automation and, competition to develop artificial intelligence. And where'd it go? Ah, right. So Glenn, who's a longtime C-Realm listener, he's also a published author of horror novels. He writes, "It sucks that Yang is caught in the wrong timeline. The dude is speaking to the Americans of 2028. He's the leader of those polls. Just look it up 8.5 years from now."
It's true.
Yeah, it does seem...
He is talking about stuff that most people do not care about right now. Whether or not it's important, we don't care.
It's early. It is clearly early.
I don't know if Tulsi talked about AI, but she talked about climate, which, if anyone's seen me talk before, I don't really buy most of the extremist climate stuff, but things she brought up was switching from fossil fuels to green energy, renewable energy, slowly. She didn't say slowly, but she said transitioning, which is a lot better than all the plans to say, let's just make oil illegal. I've seen people say, a Green New Deal.
I'm with you.
And keeping drinking water clean. That's the type of stuff I can get behind for environmentalism. We should try to keep things clean. We should not poison our water supply. We should definitely transition to renewable energy, considering oil will run out at some point. It's just you can't force it and destroy the economy along your way, please. There might come a point where that is necessary, but I do not believe we've reached that point yet. I'm with her there.
All right.
One more thing I just remembered. Someone was speaking. I think it was Mayor Pete again, because for some reason they pushed him after this debate.
Go ahead.
Did you forget to start the timer again?
I started a stopwatch instead of a timer.
He does it every time, and I knew he did it, by the way. He said something, instead of why should I be president, it's more of a, instead of what they want to improve, what they want to do better, it's all about, I think it was Mayor Pete who was saying it, but I don't remember, so I'm just going to say they. It was all about them stopping Donald Trump.
Yeah, which is ridiculous, because if anybody on that stage is elected president, then Donald Trump he's out.
I'm your best bet I can take down Trump. So, I don't even know if you can take down Biden. And that's a shame, because he is weak, frail, senile old man.
Yep, but he's popular among people who don't watch debates, so he's kind of golden.
I don't know if he's popular among any living person.
Yeah, he is.
He's...
Yep. Older black people in the South really like him.
Older black people in the South?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, all right. You're sure that it wasn't dead people who are voting in those polls?
Nope.
It's the Democrats, man. They like the dead vote. It's one of their biggest bases.
It's not a vote, it's a poll.
Dude, you just have the people in charge of the poll and the people in charge of the DNC. They play with the numbers to seed who they want at top, or you think you trust these?
You can bias a poll without actually lying.
Yes, I know.
That was making shit up.
That was the joke. But they bias the poll, and then they can set up storylines.
Joe Biden is very popular among people who are low information but loyal Democratic voters. They don't watch the debates.
Dude, I loved Obama's presidency because CNN told me to. So now Joe Biden's running? Yeah.
Yay. It's Obama Mark II.
Do you reckon more people like him than liked Hillary?
It's a different, different faction of the Democratic Party.
I'm just saying I'm not seeing much hope for the Democrats, any of them on stage that have a chance. I can't even look at any of them and say they have a chance of winning the nomination for their party because most of them are that bad. And the other ones are just not allowed to speak.
One of them will. I mean, somebody's got
I
to.
know, I can't accept it. So, like, so what do we do? We're going to take three people. We're going to take Stalin, Hitler, and Mao Zedong. Hey, KMO, which one's the best out of those three?
Stalin, Hitler, or Mao? Wow.
And that's the point I'm making. And so, like, I don't want to say any of them are the best because they all suck. That's the point I was making. Gotcha. One of them will win. I didn't see any Bernie in the highlights because they didn't want to let him talk. Elizabeth Warren was spouting some straight up communist stuff. You used the public roads that the public funded, so now you owe us because you got successful off them. So, like, here's the capitalist take on that. We all put in money for the roads. We all used the roads. He used the roads and benefited himself and became a billionaire. We can do the same. We have that. We're free to do that. That's kind of, we all pay for the road. We all use the road. Doesn't magically owe us more now. I don't know what this 2-cent crap she's talking about is. 2-cent wealth tax?
Yeah, we don't have time to get into the wealth tax.
Because her numbers didn't make any sense to me. Anyways.
All right.
Leave me comments. If anyone said anything worth listening to, please let me know in the comments. I can go back and watch some more videos on this.
Watch the everything Andrew Yang said. It's only 7 minutes long.
I think I Googled that and couldn't find it.
Oh.
I don't know if I got time before he came in. Anyways, we're out of time. I got work to do. I need to drink my coffee. See y'all later.